Hey family, welcome to today's Inspirational Vitamin. This is coming from Matthew chapter 9, verse 35 through 38, which says, Jesus went through all the towns and villages, teaching in their synagogues, proclaiming the good news of the kingdom and healing every disease and sickness. When he saw the crowds, he had compassion on them because they were harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into his harvest field. And I wanted to read this because I love the heart of Jesus in this. And as disciples of Jesus, it's our goal to try to be more, we try to be more like Jesus, and build and draw closer to God. But we try to be like Jesus, more and more like Jesus. And here, I just love the way that he was, his life, his passion. And it says he went throughout all the towns and villages, teaching in their synagogues, proclaiming the good news of the kingdom and healing every disease and sickness. And just the way that he's serving the people, that's what I want to look at today. All the different ways that we could be more like Jesus. And I see how he served towns and villages. And he gave to them, he taught them, he proclaimed the good news of the kingdom, he healed them, he just gave to these people. And it wasn't people that he had these amazing relationships with. It seems like in most of these cases, these were pretty much strangers. Then it says, when he saw the crowds, he had compassion on them because they were harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. And my question is, when is the last time we had compassion on someone? When's the last time we had compassion on someone? And when he saw these crowds, I imagine within those crowds, there were liars, murderers, people that were disobedient to their parents, people that had committed adultery, people that had all kinds of stuff, right? People that were homosexuals, people that were from different political parties, people that maybe didn't even believe, but he didn't see them for those labels. He saw them as being helpless and harassed, the entire crowd, and he had compassion on them. When we see someone who's homeless, do we have compassion on them? When we see that neighbor who kind of gets up under our skin, do we have compassion on them? When we're at work, that person maybe that doesn't like us, do we have compassion on them? And so that really blew me away. And he saw them not for what they appeared to be, but for what they were, which was harassed and helpless. Then he said, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into his harvest field. And this always, it's a weird verse for me. The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. And so the harvest, I always imagined it to be harvest of people, and just people that want to have a relationship with God, people that want to draw closer to God, but the workers are few. But it's not just people. I think it's the fruit of the workers. It's what comes from that labor. That's what the harvest is. You reap what you sow, basically. So as we sow things as workers, then we come back and we gather a harvest because we've been compassionate, because we've served the community and those around us, and we've poured into. And so naturally, as workers, we come back and we reap that harvest of whatever's transpired. So I pray that each one of us has made the decision to be workers for Christ, and we're not just resting because, man, I've done my time, and so we're just kind of chilling. But let's really give our hearts to the lost and try to be more like Jesus, particularly as it is in this scripture. And God promises that the harvest will be plentiful. It will be plentiful. Love you guys. Have a great weekend.